I'm Derek. From the dossier, we noticed that the common grounds in the city have been largely privatized by the capitalists and the states. This phenomenon is even more noticeable in Hong Kong, my hometown, as the formation of private housing estates and clubhouses. More open spaces have been claimed by the rich, and the less privileged couldn't enjoy open spaces, which causes an inequality. The aim of my project is to redesign and activate a government-owned open area to be a common ground used by the locals and the less privileged. The site of my project is in the Statue Square in Central, Hong Kong. Central, being the core of the economy in Hong Kong, has the highest office rent district, couldn't afford developing an open area for the locals. The site is a government-owned land which hasn't been activated, consists of some seating around the water feature and under the shelters. It is now mainly used by the people waiting for bus and seatings for the foreign domestic helpers on weekends. Surrounding the site are office buildings, high-end retails, a park with lots of greenery and some old residentials. Another reason for choosing this site is the diversity of people around the area. There are two very distinct groups of people around the site on weekdays and on weekends. On weekdays, a lot of office workers and locals will be passing by, getting off from public transportation and walking to the office buildings. On weekends, most of the foreign domestic helpers have their holiday gathering around Central. They will occupy the streets, seating along the roads and under bus stations. And clearly there is a need of creating more seating and gathering areas for them. After some observation on site, I came up with a timeline of existing programs around the site, including exercise, domestic helpers singing and dancing, and illegal stalls held by the immigrants in front of train stations and the back alleys. Then I came up with a proposed program for the site, which includes a cafe, gathering area, performance space, co-working area, and a market held by the locals and immigrants. Moving to the design, I took inspiration from shopping malls in Hong Kong. As the high price of land in Hong Kong, most of the shopping malls developed vertically by floor platforms, with different circulation to create different experience for the users. Then I further developed the idea of stacking platforms. I studied the height of different countertops, tables and seatings, and used the 150mm riser of a staircase as a unit for the entire site to create different height levels for different human situations. For the access of the site, I studied the footbridge system in the buildings nearby and decided to include a footbridge to the building and a continuous ramp for the cyclists to park and access the second floor of the building. For the zoning of my site, it consists of a gathering area, a cafe, a performance area, a bicycle parking zone, and a market or a co-working area, depending on the days of the week. So as you can see, the site consists of many levels of platforms, each has a 150mm vertical spacing. I will explain from the ground level alongside with a section to clarify the levels. The ground floor is the level for the washroom and surrounded by a large piece of turf area. Moving up a few steps to the height of 450 is the performance stage and the seating for the gathering area. Moving a few steps to the height of 750, the height of a tabletop for the gathering area, as well as the floor level for the cafe, creating an interesting relationship between the table and the floor. It is inspired by the design of a Japanese dining area, where people sit on the floor level with their food in the space under the table. The next level framed the counter area for the cafe. Few levels above are the seating height, and the next level are the tabletops. The next level is the countertop level for the cafe, connecting the stairs and the seating for the performance area, creating a relationship between the stairs and the counter. A few levels above is the level for the display tabletops for the market, as well as the level of the shelves in the cafe. The extended part from the stairs to the cafe created a 1200 height shelf for the cafe, which creates a relationship between the stairs and the shelf. A few levels above is similar, creating another level for the shelf in the cafe. This is the performance space with some seatings overlooking the stage. This level is the roof level for the washroom and the floor of the co-working area. This level is a seating level connecting the stairs with a backrest a few levels above, also connected to the stairs, and as the shelter for the cafe area. This is the height of a bar stool with a bar table a few levels above, also connected to the stairs. Then the uppermost level is for the cyclists to park their bicycle after getting up from the long ramp. Last but not least is laying out the steel structure for the support. The strategy of this project is to use simply the stacking of platforms connecting the stairs that gives people a sense of basic and fundamental to create a carefully planned space. Thank you.